Okay, Michael says, for lead gen websites, is the homepage and services page still a valid structure, or should I put all the services on the homepage and just add location pages with services plus location info as I expand the website? That depends on your design more than anything. Um, because a lot of times the homepage is just really a brand page, and it kind of should be developed for that, in my opinion. That in a brand page and a navigation page to help a visitor find the appropriate or relevant part of the site that they want to go to, and also certainly to capture a lead. So optimize for conversions too. Um, in that case, then I like having a separate services page, and it depends on the business because you might need multiple service pages depending on the services, right? What type of business is it? In the tree service business, the two primary categories are tree service and arborist and tree surgeon. They're basically synonymous with each other, so I can combine all of the services onto one page. And that's how I typically do it. I've got a number of sites where I've done it. The homepage is the services page as well, and there's other sites that I have the homepage and then I have a separate services page. I actually prefer for a long time I preferred the one page site where everything was on the homepage, but I've actually found that by having a separate services page, it performs a little better. I don't know why, but it does. So so I prefer to have a homepage now and a services page. Does that make sense? And then certainly location pages. But I've talked about that before too. Figure out what your top level topic term is using Wikipedia, well, Google and Wikipedia, and then optimize your location pages for the top level topic term plus location modifier, right? Because if you have a services page, then on the services page, you put an area on the page, a table, a carousel, whatever, that links out to all of your location pages or posts. I prefer to use posts when I'm doing that. And the post should be the top level topic term plus the location modifier. And on each of the location posts, you link to the service page. And if you've got a long services page with H2 sections or H2 headings for each of the services that fall within that service category, right? You can have different service pages for different service categories. If they are closely related enough, they can be consolidated. But each of the primary services within each service category should have an H2. Well, those can be jump links. You can have a table of contents on the services page with jump links to each of those H2 headings, which are services that are relevant to that service category. So then on the location posts, you would reference each of those services with a jump link to that page, to that specific section on that page. Now what you're doing is you're associating all of the services with the location, and you're associating the location with all of the services. It's one big reciprocal link. I've talked about it many, many times, but it works really well. It's an efficient way to do it. That's why you don't need to have, let's just say, for example, that you have 5 primary services with the service category. Okay. What do typically people do in the SEO industry, and what we've done historically for the last many years, right? Which would be to go out and create service 1 plus location 1, service 2 plus location 1, service 3 plus location 1. So a separate page for each service for one location. So you'd have 5 location pages because you had 5 services, right? For one location, you had 5 location pages. That's redundant, and it creates a ton of bloat. It makes it harder for Google to crawl the site. It's going to index slower. It's not going to perform as well. If those 5 services can be consolidated into one service category page because they're all relevant to that service category, and then you have a location page that is optimized for the top level topic term that Google is already aware covers those 5 services, then all you have to do is optimize for the top level topic term plus location modifier and then reference those services through the internal links. And now what you've done is you can rank that one topic, that page that's optimized for the topic term plus location, for each of those search queries that would be service 1 plus city, service 2 plus city, service 3 plus city. It's going to rank that one location page or serve up that one location page because of how you optimized for that. And it's a much more efficient way to build because now you only need one location page. You got one service page, one location page. And if there's 5 services associated with that service category, that one location page can rank for all of those because of the way that you optimize and through internal linking. That's the whole point. It reduces the need for bloated, redundant content. It reduces crawl resistance. Thank you, Cecilia. I love that term. Reduces crawl resistance. Makes it easier for Google to understand what the site's about. It makes it easier for your visitors because no visitor is reading tree trimming plus city, article and then going to the tree removal plus city article to read about that, right? All they want to do is find the damn contact form. So I want to rank one page for tree service or tree maintenance plus city, because tree maintenance plus city covers all of those services: tree trimming, tree removal, stump grinding, land clearing, arborist consulting, storm cleanup. All of that is covered under the topic term tree maintenance, if that makes sense, or potentially tree service. But I found that tree maintenance actually has a higher, more topic coverage. So I like to optimize for that. Anyways, that's just how I do it. And again, it's a much more efficient way to build a site. So to get back to this question, I prefer the homepage to be just kind of a brand page now, and set up for conversions and for helping a visitor to figure out where the best part is to go on the site. And again, if it's just like what I'm talking about with tree services, it's quite simple. It's homepage, services page, and then location posts. That's it. I mean, then we have our standard pages about contact, privacy terms, etc. But there's basically it's the homepage, then a services page, and then my location posts, and that's it. Site builds are easy. Hopefully that's clear. And it performs better that way than it does. I've got a number of sites where I've done it all on the homepage, and they just don't perform as well. And I'm not really sure why. It just seems to work better when it has a separate services page. So, but guys, remember, all of this requires testing. All I'm sharing with you is my results from my testing. That's it. Okay. There's 1,000 ways to skin a cat.